Hello everybody and welcome in to tonight's action here on a Fuller Digital Solutions production. My name is Nick Laporte and bringing you all the action for tonight's Friday night football game here in Hartley, Iowa. Your Hawks are taking on the Lawton-Bronson Eagles here, and it's a big tale for both sides. A lot at stake for this last regular season game of the week, week 7 here in high school football, getting ready to come at you live here on a Fuller Digital Solutions production. Now to dig in on a little bit from both sides. First here for HMS Hawks. Your Hawks sit 4-2 on the year, and last game ended up taking the W over Akron Westfield handedly, 50-18. Some key players to look at tonight for the Hawks. Passing, Cooper Ebel tonight with 7 TDs and roughly around 600 yards here on the season. Also, DJ Doyle and Connor Dodd putting in the work on the offensive side of the ball. It'll be exciting to watch them tonight. Now for Lawton-Bronson, they sit on the year 4-1, ended up taking the win at home last week versus South O'Brien 12-6. Some key players to look out for them. Their QB, Connor Smith, with 770 yards on the year with 8 touchdowns. And at halfback, running the ball, Hayden Dahlhauser with 253 yards and 7 TDs. It'll be a great night here for Iowa football. Hawks versus Eagles. Who's going to fly higher in tonight's matchup here on Fuller Digital Solutions? Welcome back here to a Fuller Digital Solutions production. My name is Nick Laporta. Toss just came at the 50-yard line. Hartley-Melvin-Sanborn ends up winning the toss, and they will elect to receive here, defending the west side here tonight as they start out here in this first half. Back to receive for the HMS Hawks is the one and only Connor Dodd. Back to receive for HMS. The Hawks in that iconic maroon and gold, and the Eagles taking place in the black pants and white tops. Kick is sent out, picked up low at the 5. He's going to try to get some room out on the edge, but ends up getting swallowed up right away by number 1, Matthew Peters, the 5'9 junior, putting in work already here for the Eagles as HMS and Cooper Ebel set up shop here early on their 8-yard line. Ebel looking for another big night as we flash back to last week in that home game. Ebel alone had 3 TDs in the first quarter. Let's see if he can put on a show here early tonight. Ball is snapped. Ebel keeps it, pitches it out. Ball's loose, and the Eagles are going to fall on top of it. First play of the game, as it was just a bad pitch there. Hawks love running that triple option. And early in the season, that pitch came back to bite them, and tonight, early it does, and it gives the Eagles tremendous field position to start out this game off of a costly turnover here by HMS, as the Eagles are going to take it off first and goal from, it looks like, the 2-yard line. Eagles are going to have a long field to work with here, so they just got to get 2 yards into that end zone to crack open the scoreboard here early. Taking the snap for the Eagles is number 3, Connor Smith, the 5'9 QB senior. Smith hands it off to number 4, Hayden Dahlhauser. He ends up slipping. The 5'10 senior ends up falling for a loss, and it'll be second and goal here. If you're just joining us, just got into the game about 11:30 here in the first quarter. Hawks won the toss and received, but on the first play it was a botched pitch by Ebel and company, and the Eagles fell on it at their 2-yard line. Smith back in the pistol, sends the man in motion. Gets ready for it. Hands it right back to Dahlhauser, and HMS able to swallow him help right away, and they're going to stuff him for another down here. It'll now be third and goal here, right on that 2-yard line. Haven't lost any yardage, but haven't gained any for the Eagles, as they are literally right on the doorsteps to score here early. HMS defense coming up big right now.
Loss of 1 on the play, so good job here with the Hawks so far. After turning it all over deep in their own end, they set the Eagles back 1 yard. It's third and goal on the 3.
Smith now sets up back in the shotgun, sends the man in motion over to the right side, gets the height, hands off to number 15, Chayton Rowe. He's going to get it, and it looks like he'll be just short, and it'll be just short. Fourth and goal on HMS's 1-yard line, as HMS has had an outstanding defensive stand here, as they were literally pinned right back on their own border. And with 4th and goal here now, right on the 1, Eagles got to send it home, or in my opinion, very disappointing outage here for the offense. Smith now sets back in the pistol, gets ready for the hike, gets it, keeps it, hands it off, and they're going to get stuffed. And an outstanding defensive outing there by the HMS Hawks, able to come up big for their offense and slow them down, as the Eagles there literally on the 2-yard line could not get it in. And after that botched first offensive possession, you got to be feeling good if you're HMS, getting the ball literally right back where you fumbled it. It'll be a 1st and 10 here on their own 3, and to say the least, the Hawks are very lucky on the defensive stand, and the Eagles, you got to be scratching their head about what they were doing and why they did that. Camrat with the first play here for the offensive possession this time around. Goes right up the gut Ends up going nowhere. It'll be 2nd down and 10 here, still on their own 3. 9:24 here in the first quarter. A beautiful night here in Hartley, Iowa. As getting ready for a great night of high school football. Week 7 action here coming at you. Both teams have high stakes playing for tonight. Hartley, if they win, will host a playoff game. And Lawton-Bronson, likewise. Run up the middle by Hawks. And number 5, Travis Camrat. He gets some room to run. And finally, the Hawks can loosen that belt up a little bit and have some breathing room as they're finally off their own goal line here for the first time. Camrat able to get some good yardage there, about 12, 15 yards up the gut. And that's going to give some good space here for the Hawks, maybe now to create some offense, move down the field, put some points on the board here early. Ebel under center. Hands it off to Camrat. Camrat now sweeps to the inside, ends up getting more room, and that's going to be about another 10. And that's going to move the sticks here for the Hawks as they're marching down the field. Finally got their bearings underneath them here as they're trucking down for the Hawks right now.
First down for the Hawks.
Eagles defense on their heels, just trying to slow it down right now. 8:36 here in this first quarter. It's a 1st and 10 on their own 28-yard line. Ebel and company sets up under. Men in motion gets sent back. Ebel now sets the play. Keeps the handoff to Camrat and just tried to nudge him forward. Backs that line of scrimmage. Believe he probably got there, maybe a loss of a yard or two. Nonetheless, it'll be 2nd down here.
2nd down.
Ended up losing a yard on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 11 here on the 27 with 7:57 here in the first. Like I mentioned before, a beautiful night here in Hartley, and it's homecoming night here at HMS. Ebel sets up under center, sends the man in motion, keeps it for himself, has blockers on the outside, looks for some running room outside the hashes, and finally gets taken down out of bounds by number 13, Jesse Walker King, and that'll be more positive yardage for the Hawks as they're moving down the field here early in this game. Ebel's going to have to do a lot of that tonight to keep him and his Hawks here in the game, as he did a lot of that last week. Just in the first quarter alone, had 3 TDs all by himself, crossing into Eagle territory. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Hawks on the 47-yard line. Ebel, man of the hour now, sets up under center. Sends the man in motion, goes back. Penalty marker thrown immediately. And it looks like it's going to be a false start, and the Hawks are guilty of it. That'll move them back 5. And with the 5-yard penalty, that'll move the Hawks back to their own side of the field, now back on the 48 here. It'll be 1st and 15 as number 12, DJ Doyle, now steps into the game. Ebel now sets up under center. Calls the play. Keeps it himself. Looked for the pitch, but decided to keep it. And the Eagles are going to wrap him up behind the line of scrimmage, excuse me. And that'll look to be roughly a 2nd and 17, 2nd and 18 here, as the Hawks now moving in the wrong direction. As now it'll be 2nd down and long here. 7-10 here in the first quarter. It's a 0-0 ball game. Just started action up here at HMS High School in Hartley, Iowa. Ebel now sets up shop under center. Hands it to Camrat up the middle. He's going to go nowhere. Actually, Ebel kept it on the play, and he gets wrapped up immediately. And the quarterback keeper ends up going for a loss. So
3rd down.
the Hawks doing the moonwalk backwards here down the field as it's now 3rd and 20.
Sorry for the technical difficulties once again. Hopefully we can bring you this broadcast.
You're watching a Fuller Digital Solutions production here in Hartley, Iowa. While you're at it, while you're watching us tonight, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any more HMS action. Hawks are going to take a timeout first here of the night. 6:24 here in the first quarter, 0-0 ball game. We're going to cut to a quick break here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
At American Bank, we take pride in showing our school spirit while in the stands and in the office. From the moment you walk in the door, you will feel the support because having customers like you is our greatest victory. Whether you're in the game or cheering from the crowd, score big by showing off J Pride with a Galen debit card. We hope you catch the spirit too because it's a great day to be a J. American Bank is wishing you a happy and healthy season. American Bank, achieving success together. Member FDIC.
Here we are. Welcome back to Hawks football here on Fuller Digital Solutions. I'm your play-by-play guy, Nick Laporta. And here, just coming off a timeout. Pretty exciting already here in the early going. HMS here got the kickoff, ended up fumbling the pitch on the first play. Eagles were on HMS's 2-yard line and couldn't get the job done with a 4-and-out. Great defensive stand there by the Hawks. And the Hawks had some momentum moving down the field. And now they're looking at you would almost think a 3rd and forever, but it's only 3rd and 20 right now here as Ebel and company sets up under center here, gets ready to take the snap. Gets it, keeps it himself, pitches it out to Dodd. Dodd has some room on the outside, has blockers, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and maybe a couple extra, but it's not going to be enough clearly for that first down. It'll be roughly about a 4th and 8, 4th and 7. Here, as that was a very good running play as the pitch ended up being successful on that outside half, and Ebel ends up jogging off the field as number 12, DJ Doyle, comes out to possibly kick it for here the HMS Hawks. DJ Doyle back to kick for the HMS Hawks here as it's a 4th down and 9 here. Ball's on the 46-yard line. Ball snaps a little high, but ends up getting it off no problem. Good booming kick by Doyle as he's gonna decoy the catch, and the ball's gonna fall just behind the 10-yard line. So the Eagles are gonna have a little bit more tough field position than they did on their last offensive stand, where they were literally right on the doorstep of HMS and couldn't knock it through. So now with maybe a little bit more field to work with, maybe they can finally move the ball for some positive yardage. But this HMS defense looks really good already tonight, having a great stand right on their own doorstep, shutting the door right in the Eagles' face here as 1st and 10s get ready to set up on their own 12-yard line here. 6:09 here in the first quarter as we're getting ready to get underway here for the second offensive drive for the Lawton-Bronson Eagles. A little bit of a botch snap. QB ends up keeping himself, finds running room on the outside half, but Doyle looks like he's able to wrap him up, trying to get away from the botch snap. Smith and Dahlhauser. Snap was literally right in between both their heads. Smith able to get his hands on it and just ended up keeping it for himself, going to the outside, trying to make a positive play out of it. Ends up getting right back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be a 2nd and 10 here. Ball's on the 12. 5:43 here in the first quarter as the Eagles are still underway here in their second offensive possession. Smith now in the pocket. Gets it. Hands it off up the middle. And he's going to get stuffed for not many, as he's only going to get a couple up the gut, and that'll bring it to a 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7 here, as ball was given to Dahlhauser, and he got stuffed early.
Elwood with the tackle.
3rd and 8 here for the Eagles with 5 minutes here remaining in this first quarter of action. Connor Smith, the 5'9 senior now, back in the shotgun. Trying to get HMS on a hard count, won't get it. Goes back into the pocket, looks for a receiver downfield, finds him, but ends up overshooting him as it just goes right through his hands. And that'll force a 3rd and out here as it's 4th and 8 for the Eagles.
4th down.
Eagles now getting ready to boot it away, back to receive for the HMS Hawks is number 23. You guessed it, Connor Dodd here, the 5'9 junior, getting ready to receive it back on the 50-yard line for the Hawks. A line drive kick. Connor Dodd's not going to let it go as it's going to sit just on the other side of the 50-yard line. 49 of Hawks territory, as they're going to have another great set of field position here to trudge down the field and try to get the first points here on the board. It's a lot different tone here in this first quarter compared to last week, as by this time it was roughly already 21-14 here on both sides, but it'll be a challenging game here for both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively on both sides, as these are two very good football programs going ahead at it. And both these teams know what's at stake tonight, as if Hartley wins, they'll be able to host a playoff game, and Lawton-Bronson is in the same boat as well. Ebel now under center, sends him in motion. Ebel's going to get tripped up right after giving the handoff. Look to go to number 5, Camrat, as he's just going to make it right back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard on him. With 4:20 here on the clock, it'll be 2nd and 10, balls right on the 50. Ebel now sets up shop under center once again, sends the man in motion. Goes back. Goes in motion again, handoff to Camrat up the middle, and he's going to get a little bit of room, but get wrapped up immediately by Eagles number 53. That was Jacob Ratter, the 6'3" senior defensive end, able to wrap him up, as it'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 here for the Hawks, as they're trying to avoid a 3rd and out here, trying to move down the field, create some points here on the board early. Ebel now under center, sends the man in motion and gets wrapped up immediately. Ball's loose, and ball's still fighting for, as Ebel was hit right away trying to get that ball off. In between Camrat and Ebel, ball just got knocked away right away. Ball was knocked away, and still looking for a call by the officials. And it's going to stay Hawks ball, but it'll be 4th down and 7, as now the Hawks are forced another 3 and out here to punt it away. Both defenses in this game have already came up huge already here in the early going, and we're just barely close to finishing off this first quarter. Doyle to punt off the ball, swipes for the fair catch, and he's going to pick it up. He's going to catch it right at the Eagles' 15-yard line. So now they have some work to do, as they will take the ball at their own 15-yard line. Another 3 and out here by this Lawton-Bronson Eagles defense, and now the HMS is trying to return the favor, giving them one of their own once again here, as getting ready to set up here for the Eagles' offensive possession. 3 wideouts on the right, 1 on the left. Smith in the backfield in the shotgun formation. Gets it, goes back. Quick pass on the outside, has some blockers, ends up getting stumbled up a little bit, and he's going to fall just beyond the line of scrimmage. So Doyle there able to fall on top of him after just stumbling down. Now it'll be a 2nd and 9 here, ball's on the 16. Maybe forgot to tie his shoes there before the game, ended up tripping himself up right after that little quick pass. 2nd down and 9. Get ready to set up on the balls on the 16-yard line. 2 wideouts on the left, 2 on the right. Smith trying to hard count him, gets it to go. Sends it up the middle, and he's still on his feet, is number 15, Chayton Rowe, the 5'10 junior, able to put some work in here up the middle, but it's not going to be enough for our first, as it'll be 3rd down and 3 here. Ball is on the 18-yard line now. HMS Eagles trying to get one more big stop here to force another 3 and out. 3 wideouts on the left, 1 on the right once again. Smith in the shotgun. Sends the man in motion. And Hands it off to Rowe. Rowe now gets right to the line. It's going to be a close call. Let's see if the referees give him the benefit of the doubt. And they're going to mark it forward as the chains will move here for the Eagles. And look at a new set of downs here. It'll be 1st and 10, balls on the 25. Here now, 1st and 10, balls on the 25. About a minute left here in this first quarter. First quarter's been moving very quickly. That's now the Eagles get ready to snap it off. Smith drops back in the pocket, looks for an open receiver, fires, has a man wide open, and he's going to have running room as finally can't get wrapped up, finally taken down by Hawks. Number 2, Noah Adams, able to get him to fall after a 15-yard completed pass, as that'll move the 6 once again here for the Eagles. Is now they're getting ready to break into Hawks territory. Getting ready to call on a play here as they get ready to set up possibly the last play here of this first quarter as the clock's ticking down with 30 seconds remaining. Smith now in the backfield. Gets it. Hands it off to Dahlhauser. Dahlhauser now fights his way up the middle, and he's going to get about 5 as he'll fall about right at the 50. And it looks like that'll take it. That'll take us into the second quarter. And so far, it's been all defense here to start out for both HMS and Lawton-Bronson. That's the conclusion of the first quarter here. We're going to cut to a quick break here. It's a 0-0 ball game here at HMS on Fuller Digital Solutions.
If you're considering a new roof, you want to put your roof in the hands of Dave's Roofing. Dave's Roofing specializes in residential roofing and has over 10 years of experience. Dave's Roofing covers any job from a 60 to 80 mile radius of Sioux City and has a 10-man crew that completes most jobs in one day. Dave's Roofing will make sure the cleanup job is done right afterwards too. And the products installed are impact rated and eligible for homeowners insurance discounts. Look up Dave's Roofing on Facebook and check out the work that's been done and customer testimonials.
My name is Scott, and this is my story. I've always been into cars, so I enrolled in the automotive program at NCC. The instructors there are very supportive and knowledgeable. And now, I own my own repair shop, and it all started at NCC.
My name is Gabby, and this is my story. I went to NCC for the Administrative Secretarial program. I currently work at Transova Genetics as the HR generalist, and I enjoy what I do. This is all possible from my degree through NCC.
Welcome back here to Fuller Digital Solutions here at HMS High School here tonight as the conclusion of the the conclusion of the first quarter just hit us, and very different tone of a ball game compared to last week. By this time, Cooper Evil alone had 3 touchdowns, and just not the case here early as defense has been the name of the game, and it looks like that'll be the name of the game for the rest of this evening as it's a 0-0 ball game here as we get ready to start the second quarter, as big stakes here for both sides. Big playoff implications for both teams as well. And now just flipping sides here. Lawton-Bronson now will be getting ready to hike the ball here. Ball's right at their own 49, getting ready to just cross right into Hawks territory. A little bit of a miscommunication there by the Eagles as they're trying to get their halfback out there. Smith now in the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back in the pocket, steps up, gets wrapped up right away by that mean Hawks defensive line, wrapped up right away by lineman number 72, Jacob Katz. And Bronstead, the 6'1 senior, and the 5'8 freshman able to get him to wrap up there. First sack of the evening for the HMS Hawks defense, as now that'll drop it to a 3rd and 10 now with 11:25 here in the second quarter. Just picking up action. Ball's back to the 45. 3 wideouts on the left, 1 on the right. Smith back in the shotgun. gets the snap, drops back in the pocket, looks downfield, and he gets wrapped up. Back-to-back plays. That one courtesy of Hawks. Number 13, Dawson Skip-Off, the 6'2 senior, and back-to-back sacks here for HMS, and that'll force it to a 4th and 10 here. Another great defensive stand here by the HMS Hawks. And now back to receive the boot for the Hawks will be number 23, Connor Dodd. Dahlhauser gets the snap, boots it away. Nice line drive kick. Dodd bobbles it, but falls right on top of it as he's just going to drop right as he catches that. Ball's going to be placed right at the 25, right as he maintained possession, falling down. And now it's time to see if the Hawks can maybe carry some of that defensive momentum with those back-to-back sacks. Let's see if they can now put it together on the offensive side of the ball, create some positive drives, a positive play here or there, and move down the field, try to get some points on the board here in this second quarter. 10:31 here in the second quarter, still a 0-0 ball game as the HMS Hawks now trying to crack the code on this Lawton-Bronson defense as Evil and company now sets up shop at their own 25. Sends him in motion. Sends it up to Camrat. Camrat's going to fall forward for about 3-4 yards, and that'll be a 2nd and 6 here as the Hawks getting ready now for 2nd down. It's another beautiful night here in Hartley. You've been watching a Fuller Digital Solutions production. Remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any more action for your Hawks. Ebel now sends Dodd in motion, shuts it down. Sends Dodd in motion once again, trying to hard count that Eagles defense. Now, 3rd time's the charm as they give it to Camrat right up the middle, but that line, that defensive line for the Eagles is standing strong, and Camrat's not going to have any luck trying to push it through, and it's going to be a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 here now, with 9:40 here ticking off the clock. As now coming back into the game, number 12, DJ Doyle. Doyle, the 6'3 senior, coming into the game here, calling out the play. 2 wideouts right on that right side. Ebel now under center. And it looked like someone moved. No, it's going to be a timeout. Timeout taken by the Hawks. That's their 2nd charge of the half. They got 1 left. Still Lawton-Bronson with all 3. We're going to take a quick break here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Sanborn Savings Bank, Sanborn's hometown bank since 1899. Because we are your hometown bank, we understand the importance of offering you a wide range of financial services to help you meet your financial goals. We have checking, savings, and certificate of deposit accounts that will help you manage your money. We offer all types of loans for your individual needs. We are always ready to work with you to design a program to meet your financial needs. Sanborn Savings Bank, proud to support the HMS Hawks, member FDIC.
Just some more of the boosters that support HMS Sports. Support these businesses.
Here we are now back from that quick timeout break. Hawks taking that timeout. That's their 2nd charge here of the half here. They have 1 remaining, and Lawton-Bronson still 3 remaining here with 9:15 here in the 2nd quarter. Game's been moving pretty quick, and strictly that's just because there hasn't been a lot to go off of. And it's been a lot of defense on both sides here. As now Camrat gets a punch up the middle, and he's going to get a big gain there, probably the biggest gain so far of the night here for HMS, and that's going to easily move the sticks as Camrat able to get the handoff inside from Ebel, and he's going to get an easy 10 there, and that'll be a new set of downs here for the HMS Hawks. Hawks now get ready, 1st and 10, balls on the 40-yard line. Ebel now under center, sends Dodd in motion, keeps it for himself. Quarterback keeper now on the outside, trying to get some blockers, and he's going to get wrapped up as he's literally brought right to his butt. And that's going to be an 11-yard gain. So back-to-back 1st down plays here for the Hawks as they have some momentum breaking into Eagle territory here 8:43 here on the clock remaining here in the second quarter of action. Just small plays here, piece by piece, just moving down the field is going to be the key for tonight's game here on both sides of the ball. Ebel now under center, sends Dodd in motion, goes back into the pocket, gets met right away, has a couple men downfield, and isn't gonna able to meet his receiver as pass was intended for number 13, Dawson Skipoff, as on double covered there. It'll be a 2nd and 10 there. First pass attempt here tonight for Ebel is going to fall incomplete.
Basically, 2 against.
Now back into the play here, number 12, DJ Doyle now as he sets up out on the left side. Ebel now under center, gets the ball. As he keeps himself, now heads to the right side. He's got running room, and he's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Hawks! Big scoring play there for the Hawks. They finally break the goose egg on the scoreboard and draw first blood here tonight, as it's been a defensive showdown as to date. But Eagles finally fell apart, and it only took one play, and the Hawks took advantage. Ebel with the quarterback keeper with the sweep out to the right side and had nothing but wide open skies in front of him, as he's had multiples behind him, and that'll cause as a scoring play here for the Hartley Hawks. Now the Hawks going back for 2. Ebel under center, gets it. Tried to shove it in up the middle, and they're not going to get it to go. But 2-point conversion is no good. But the Hawks are on the board as it's a 6-0 ball game here. First score of the night for both sides. And we're going to cut to a quick 30-second break here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Elgersma Agency in Sanborn, real estate and insurance. For 40 years, Elgersma Agency has been helping clients sell homes, businesses, farms, and more. Using strategic marketing, your for sale will turn into sale pending soon. Elgersma Agency is proud to be a part of the HMS community and supports the Hawks all season, on and off the field and court. Contact Elgersma Agency when you're ready to sell. Visit us online at elgersmaagency.com.
Here we are now, and welcome back here from that quick timeout. Last offensive drive here for the Hawks was a success, as Ebel and company was able to do it himself again. Got out to the right side and was able to find running room and end up scoring, as that'll be first points here on the board for the Hawks. DJ Doyle now back to kick, sends a line drive, as now it's tipped, and he's going to pick it up and run with it, and net right away for the Hawks is number 25, Keaton Graves, and he met him head on. They are dropping him right to the ground, and a big play there, as now that'll set the Eagles up 1st and 10 at, it looks like roughly the 15-yard line. Now here HMS has a chance to create some momentum overall and stomp out the Eagles here offensive drive, try to turn around and get some more. 3 wideouts on the right, 1 on the left here. As Smith back in the shotgun, goes back, hits his wide receiver right away, looking maybe for a little bubble screen, but again, net right away is that Eagles offense meets that mean Hartley defense. Skip off and Dodd here. They get the tackle right away, right there at the line. A little bit gained there on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7 here for the Eagles.
There you go. Now we're talking.
Same setup now here, just flipped 3 out on the left, 1 on the right. Excuse me, flip that 3 on the right, 1 on the left. Smith now back in the pocket, gets the snap, throws it right over the middle to a wide open receiver, number 2, Austin Fedderson, the 6'2 senior tight end, able to pull it in for a quick gain, and it'll be 3rd and 3rd and 1 here as they're right there on the line trying to cross it over to get a new set of downs. With 6:55 here remaining in this second quarter, Hawks lead 6-0 right now. And timeout now here taken by Lawton-Bronson Eagles. That's their first. They have 2 remaining here in this half. And we're going to cut to a quick timeout, just like the two teams are. It's a 6-0 ball game here. Hawks lead on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Savings Bank of Hartley, proud to serve the Hartley area. Our team is committed to great customer service, dependability, going the extra mile. Convenient drive-through, online bill pay service, ATM service, loans, and so much more. Some of the many reasons to bank with the friendly team at Savings Bank of Hartley, with locations in Primgar and Lake Park. Visit us online at savingsbankia.com.
Here we are. Welcome back to HMS High here. As we're playing football here tonight. It's week 7 here in high school football weeks. I don't know if that sentence really made a lot of sense, but I still said it. Here, coming off that timeout, it's a 3rd and 1 here. 6:51 here remaining on the clock. Here for the Lawton-Bronson Eagles, trying to nudge it forward to get a new set of downs here. Smith in the backfield gets it and hands it off, and looks like he was met but able to get the first down, and they're going to mark him ahead of the marker, and they're going to give him a new set of downs here for the Eagles. Clock still ticking down, about roughly 6:40 here remaining in the second quarter. 1st and 10, balls on the 27. This is brought to you courtesy of Fuller Digital Solutions. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on any more of your Hawks in action. Smith now in the backfield. Gets the snap. Rolls back in the pocket. Steps up and throws a heave-ho down the field. And a great diving play made by Eagles number 1, Matthew Peters, the 5'9" junior wide receiver, able to get a nice diving catch there, as maybe that is some momentum now coming in way for the Lawton-Bronson Eagles. That was a very good pass, led him beautifully down the field as he was well covered on the end, but ended up just the better offense just met the good defense, and the offense won on that play. Now 2 on the right, wideouts, 1 on the left. Bronson. Smith now hands it off to number 8, Braden Williams, as he tried to bust it up the gut. Couldn't go anywhere and gets met right away by the HMS defense, and that'll be a loss in yardage. It'll be 2nd and 12 here, as the ball will sit on the 42-yard line. Eagles now set up 2 wideouts on the right, 1 on the left. Smith now in the backfield, in the shotgun, gets the snap, draws back into the pocket, steps up, finds a man downfield, possibly has him, and he's able to hit him. It'll be number 1, Matthew Peters, once again with a big catch, and that'll be now another big gain here for the Eagles, as now they're moving down the field off a couple of good passing plays courtesy of Connor Smith and Matthew Peters, as they've made a couple connections here for big yardage, as now it'll be 1st and 10. Ball is on the 13-yard line with 5 minutes here remaining in this second quarter. Eagles now gets to the line as Smith and company in the back. 2 out on the left, 2 on the right. Sends him in motion, now clears over to the left. Sent right to the man in motion, has a couple of screens, and he's going to make a spin move, and into the end zone he goes. It'll be a touchdown, Lawton-Bronson, and now they're successfully on the scoreboard. In for the score was number 4, Hayden Dahlhauser, who was sent in motion off the back of the line of scrimmage. And now, with a tie ball game, let's see if the Eagles will go for 2 or if they're going to kick it.
Pick up on it, and then as he got hit, he did a nice little spin across the defender and basically walked into
A nice little screen there set up by the Eagles, able to cause for positive play with positive points on the board. And now the Eagles are going to go for two, going to try to go up by 2 here with a 6-6 ball game here in the second quarter. Smith now in the backfield. Gets the ball, goes back into the pocket, has 2 men back in the end zone, and he's able to pull it down to number 1, Matthew Peters. The 5'9" junior is able to pull it in, and just like that, the Eagles now lead this game 8-6. After a couple of slip-ups here on both sides, it's a new ball game. Eagles up by 2. Hawks now have a little bit of something to do here right before the half, as they got 4:37 here on the clock. And remember, the Eagles kicked the ball here at the beginning of the game, so they will receive here at half. But the Hawks still have a good amount of time here to make a positive couple plays and move down the field, create some momentum for themselves as they're trying to get back on the scoreboard and, more importantly, above and on top of the Lawton-Bronson Eagles.
Back deep.
We'll go back to Q102. It's 23
Back deep is Dodd.
Connor Dodd back to receive for the HMS Hawks. Get ready for the kick here by the Eagles.
HMS with 1 timeout and 4:37 to go to try to retake the lead for the end of the first half.
Eagles now getting back to kick. Dahlhauser sends a booming line drive, and of course that'll cause for a penalty marker, which will bring the ball right up to the 35-yard line here for the HMS Hawks. We got 4:37 here in this second quarter. It's been a big defensive game here on both sides, but right now score sits 8-6 here for the visiting Lawton-Bronson Eagles, as now HMS now has a chance to respond after that long offensive drive put together by the Eagles. That offensive drive was roughly about 7 minutes to chew up time there in that second quarter, so it'll be big here if the Hawks can respond with a scoring drive here of their own going into the locker room with 4:37 here remaining in the second quarter. Ebel and company sets up shop under center, keeps it for himself, and gets wrapped up and tackled by number 25, Ivan Smith, the defensive back, able to meet the QB and get him to fall. Ebel is able to fall forward for, I believe, a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 9. Ball's on the 36 with 4:15 here remaining on the clock here in the first half. Ebel back under center, goes back into the pocket, finds a man downfield, looking to hit him, and he's going to hit him as he beats great defensive coverage, and the Hawks are going to score back on the scoreboard. They had to respond, and you know what? They did it quick. They did it in only 2 plays. Cooper Ebel with a beautiful dime of a pass sent to number 2, Noah Adams, the 5'11 senior, able to get the stretch out and run right into open field as he's going to meet the end zone for 6 here for the Hawks.
Cooper Ebel, 64 yards through the air. An absolute notch. And Noah Adams just took it the rest of the way. Nobody in front of him.
That was a beautiful pass there by yours truly, Cooper Ebel, with a 64-yard dot to Noah Adams, as he had nothing but running room in front of him. Ebel now with the quarterback keeper. He's going to dive, and he gets the 2. Cooper Ebel does it himself. It's a 14-8 ball game here as the Hawks go back on top. Now they got to turn around and give it right back to the Eagles defensively, as that was a great offensive drive there by the HMS Hawks. It only took 2 plays, and that's all Cooper Ebel needs, as now that's his second. He has a running TD of his own, and now he has a passing TD here tonight. It's a 14-8 ball game here with 3:57 remaining on the clock here in the half, as this is a big game for both sides, and it's turning into a great game to watch. So if you're here watching on the live stream, we appreciate you having you. And if you haven't already, you know what I'm about to say. Hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any more HMS Hawks action later on. Back to boot it away for the Hawks, number 12, DJ Doyle. As it's off the boot and a line drive, and it's going to get bobbled once again and picked up as he puts on some moves, and a penalty marker is thrown right away. And now we're going to wait for the call. Graves able to make the tackle there after roughly a 15-yard gain there on that kickoff. And it's going to be a block in the back on the Eagles, so that'll push them back another 10 yards here with 3:50 here in the second quarter. Both offenses have finally started to come alive here late here in this first half, and with the mix of really good defense and now the offense coming out to play, it's turning out to be a really fun game to watch. And we still got a whole second half of action here, as we still have 3 minutes and 50 seconds here remaining in this second quarter of action. It'll be 1st and 10 here for the Eagles, back on their own 17 here as Smith and company set up shop on the 17-yard line as he sets up in the backfield. 2 out on the right, 2 on the left. Sends Dahlhauser in motion. Goes back for the snap. Gets locked in the pocket, and it'll be another sack here for the HMS Hawks, courtesy by number 72. Bronstead able to wrap him up, and that's the 3rd sack of the night here for the HMS Hawks, as now it'll be 2nd and 15 here for the Eagles. Now Eagles shaking himself off, trying to try it again here. 2nd and 15, balls on the 11, 3:09, tick down on the clock. Smith now in the shotgun, hands it off to Dahlhauser. Dahlhauser now with a punch up the gut. He's going to get a couple. As now new line of scrimmage, it'll be 3rd and 9 here. Ball is on the 18-yard line here with 2:45 here ticking off the clock. It's a 3rd and 9 here. Hawks trying to come up with another big defensive stop right here. Three out on the left, 1 on the right here with Smith in the backfield. Smith now looking to get the snap. Calls for it, gets it, a little bit low of a snap, able to corral it. Gets bum rushed right away, and for another sack, the 2nd this drive. The Hawks come up big. That sack courtesy of number 25, Keaton Graves, as he's able to get in the grill of Smith and take him down, as that'll be 4th down here for the Eagles. And they're forced to boot it away out of their own end zone. And with number 23, Connor Dodd, back to receive, they're going to have great field possession here to wrap out this first half. Back to kick for the Eagles is number 4, Hayden Dahlhauser, as he gets a high snap, collects it, and he gets blocked in the end zone, and it's going to the back of the end zone. That'll be a safety here for the Hawks. Great pressure there by HMS as they're going to block the kick. Already Dahlhauser in his own end zone, as it's going to scoot out of the back of the end zone. That'll call for 2 points here for the Hawks, as it's now a 16-8 ball game. The Hawks are coming up big when they need to, and it's showing on the scoreboard and on that sideline, as it's a 16-8 ball game. And it's fun when your defense is showing out, when your offense is starting to wake up. It's going to be a great night here. It's already been a great night, but it's only going to get better with another big second half of action coming your way. But first, we got a minute 32 here left on the clock here, and the Eagles are going to be forced to punt the ball on the very rare high school safety, and Hartley will go back to receive. And back to receive, of course, for the HMS Hawks will be number 23, Connor Dodd. He was set back to receive on that last kick, but the defensive line told him to, take that play off, as we're going to get able to get in there and block that ball for you and cause for a safety. We'll give you 2 points on the board for the offense. So defense coming up big now in a positive manner with putting points on the board now, as it's a 16-8 ball game here for the Hawks. In front of Dodd, he has Skip Off and Camrat in front of them. Dahlhauser now with a big boot as it's a line drive right to Dodd. Dodd has some blockers in front of him. Good running room and gets met right away, but still on his feet. He's still trudging forward and probably got an extra 10 yards after initial contact, as now the Hawks now come out to the field for 1:25 of play left here in this first half. That was a good job by Connor Dodd to stay on his feet there and gain that extra hard yardage, as I call that angry running, as you get hit and you run even harder right through him, as he's able to get some decent yardage after contact there. And that's definitely going to help him and his offense, as that took them into Eagles territory. Play clock's ticking down, about 3 seconds left. Dodd gets it off, Ebel gets it off. Ebel's going to roll out as number 13. Dawson Skip Off wide open, trekking down the field, beating his man, and that's going to be another big positive yardage play for the Hawks, as it's now going to be a new set of downs here. Ball on the 22-yard line.
Wide open, if I can just teardrop one in there. He does exactly that. He didn't get out of bounds. Clock's still running. 1:08 to go.
Ebel now gets it, keeps it for himself, gets to the outside, meets a defensive man right in the chest. Met number 10, Adam Phillip, the 5'10 senior, as with a minute left here on the clock, ball will be
near the 9-yard line.
Ball will be on the 9-yard line. It will be first and goal here as they now start the clock here. Time is ticking down here. Ebel goes under center, gets it, hands it off to Cam. No, keeps it himself on the outside, has some room, and he's going to get wrapped up.
Ebel with a quarterback keep.
Going to get wrapped up immediately, and he's going to make it to the 2-yard line. And the Hawks are going to take their final timeout here, as they're right on the doorsteps to scoring again. 44.9 seconds here remain. Your Hawks lead 16-8 here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Fuller Digital Solutions started a little over 6 years ago doing Facebook Live videos for a couple ball games. And little did we know we'd have the 2020 pandemic and so many reasons for doing live streams on our new YouTube channel. We have 12 schools we cover: Mississippi, South Dakota, and Iowa. And we're always growing. If you're interested in working with FDS as camera operator or play-by-play for the many sports we cover, or if you would like to use our services to live stream your event, email us at fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com and subscribe to Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube.
Here we are back now in action here in Hartley, Iowa. I am your play-by-play guy, Nick Laporta, here bringing you all the action for tonight here for the HMS Hawks, taking on the visiting Lawton-Bronson Eagles. It's been a very great game so far. It was big defensively in the first quarter, as it was a 0-0 draw here in the first quarter, and then the offense finally decided to come out and play, as it's been big here on both sides. It's a 16-8 ball game, and now with second and goal here, ball's on the 4-yard line. Ebel and company trying to punch in right before the half, as it's 44.9 seconds remaining. And remember, the Eagles received, so they'll be kicking it off. And the hard count finally gets the Eagles to jump, and that'll be big for the Hawks. Now they're going to get a new set of downs, and it'll be a false start, and that's a big false start. That one was on number 58, Zach Verzani, the 6'3 senior. Got a little bit excited trying to jump the ball there, and ended up costing his team, as it'll be half a distance to the goal. Ball's on the 2 here. Ebel and company sets up under center. Gets the ball, hands it off to Camrat, and Camrat's in! That'll be another Hawks touchdown! And Camrat able to get the handoff right from Ebel, and that'll be an easy 2-yard run into the end zone for Travis Camrat, the 6-foot junior, the 6-foot sophomore, able to get into the end zone. And that'll put more points on the board for the Hawks. As now the Hawks try to go back for the 2-point conversion. They are 1 for 2 here tonight on 2-point conversions. Let's see if they can go 2 for 3 right here. Ebel under center, gets the ball, throws back to a pass in the corner and can't hit his receiver, number 12, DJ Doyle, so it'll go out the back. They are 1 for 3 on 2-point conversions tonight. But still, 6 points on the board here for the Hawks with 42 seconds here remaining in this first half. Your Hawks lead 22-8. We're going to cut to a quick break here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
My name is Justin, and this is my story. I really wanted to learn the proper and safe way of welding, so the Advanced Welding Technologies degree from NCC really helped me learn new and improved ways to do welding. It's all because of my welding degree from NCC.
My name is Tyler, and this is my story. I've always been interested in computers. I went to NCC for computer programming, and while attending there, I had great instructors, a great environment, and a great atmosphere. Now I work at Interstates, all thanks to NCC.
Here we are back now from that quick commercial break here. Hawks were able to get on the board once again before cutting the half here. 42 seconds here, flat remain on the clock. It's a 22-8 ball game right now as DJ Doyle looks to boot it away here for the Hawks. Doyle with a line drive up the middle. And Dahlhauser is going to pick it up, and he's going to run it right back up the gut. Excuse me, that was Dahlhauser, yes. Graves there with the tackle. And with 36.9 seconds remain here in the first half, the Eagles are going to have possession 1st and 10 here on their own 35-yard line. Hawks defense has been outstanding tonight with only one slip up here early in the second quarter, causing a TD and a 2-point conversion, but the offense has been able to maintain. Smith back in the shotgun, gets the snap, goes back into the pocket, looks for a man downfield, gets flushed out of the pocket, scrolls out to the right side, and just throws it right away out of bounds. And he's just going to toss out of bounds for an incomplete pass. Now 2nd and 10 with 30.3 seconds here remain on the clock. After halftime, the Eagles will receive from the Hawks as the Hawks elected to receive after they won the toss here at the beginning of the game. And going to get ready for a very interesting halftime here at HMS. Eagles now 2nd and 10. 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Smith in the shotgun. Gets the snap, it's low, bobbles it. And kneeled down to pick up that ball as he picked it up, had possession with both knees on the ground. So that'll just blow the play dead, and that'll mark it right to where he picked up that ball. So now it'll be 3rd and long, but it looks like they're going to let this bleed out to halftime. So 22-8 here, as that is a very good second quarter here by the HMS Hawks. Exactly what they needed going into halftime now. 22-8 here, and the Eagles will receive at half. We're going to head into halftime right here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
What does EverTech mean to you?
It means internet made real easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and you know, best of all, it means no limits.
Well, they are a lot more than just great internet. They have served rural Northwest Iowa internet customers for more than 30 years.
It means solid internet at a great price, and it's dependable too. With 24/7 tech support, we know we're always covered.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. Get EverTech's No Limits Internet in 20 counties in Northwest Iowa.
My name is Andy, and this is my story. I grew up in a trucking family, which led me to the diesel technology program at NCC. My one-on-one training and experience with my instructors allowed me to advance my career This was all made possible with experiences at NCC.
My name is Matt, and this is my story. I graduated from the Heavy Equipment Program at NCC. With the real-world experience, preventative maintenance, and surveying skills I gained there, it set me up to be an owner of my own excavation company. And it all started at NCC.
This changes everything. TiVo is here. Search and control your cable channels and streaming video with one remote. Use voice activation to find everything faster, or set a one-pass recording. Then watch on any TV in your home, or browse and view on Wi-Fi devices with the free View It app. Contact TCA to experience TiVo today.
Favorite thing about school is having the chance to participate in sports. Dawson is the son of Carrie and Dixon Skiboff. He is active in football, basketball, baseball, choir, and fishing team. Dawson's future plans are to go to college and become a fisheries biologist. He also hopes to play college baseball. Our second royalty couple is Taya Mason, escorted by Noah Adams. Taya is the daughter of Ray and Christy Guiroff. She is active in volleyball, basketball, softball, fall ball league, dance and youth group, band, choir, and jazz choir. Her favorite thing about school is being with friends. Her future plans involve becoming a nurse and playing volleyball in college. Noah is the son of Tom and Sharon Adams. He is involved in football and track. His favorite thing about school is he gets to be around his friends. Third, we have Ellie Masbergen, escorted by Ben Hopp. Ellie is daughter of Eric Masbergen and Jessica Geese. She is involved in Student Council, National Honor Society, bowling, golf, softball, youth group, Bible study, Girls League, band, and jazz band. Her future plans are to attend Iowa State to get a master's degree in architecture. Ben Hock is the son of Brian and Erica Hock. He is active in basketball, golf, baseball, band, jazz band, quiz bowl, Bible study, youth group, National Honor Society, Spanish National Honor Society, and Student Council. His future plans are to attend the University of Iowa to study statistics and to attend law school after. Our fourth couple is Darby Masbergen, escorted by Dylan Doyle. Darby is the daughter of Jessica Geese and Eric Masbergen. She is active in volleyball, basketball, bowling, golf, softball, band, jazz band, youth group, Bible study, Girls League, Dance Attack, and National Honor Society. Her future plans are to attend the University of Iowa for the nursing program. Dylan is the son of Stacy and Tricia Doyle. He is active in football and basketball. His favorite thing about school is the day before Christmas break. Dylan's future plans are to enter the workforce. Our 2020 HMS Homecoming Queen and King are Cher Hibbing, escorted by Gabe Bronstead. Cher is the daughter of Bill and Josie Hibbing. She is active in Dance Attack, choir, solo ensemble contest, and teaches dance at the YMCA. She is currently exploring her options for the future. Gabe is the son of Gary and Stephanie Bronstad. He is active in football, wrestling, golf, quiz bowl, and student council and National Honor Society. His future plans involve medical school at Iowa. Congratulations to the entire court and the royalty and our king and queen. Give them a big hand.
At American Bank, we take pride in showing our school spirit while in the stands and in the office. From the moment you walk in the door, you will feel the support because having customers like you is our greatest victory. Whether you're in the game or cheering from the crowd, score big by showing off J Pride with a Galen debit card. We hope you catch the spirit too because it's a great day to be a J. American Bank is wishing you a happy and healthy season. American Bank, achieving success together. Member FDIC.
If you're considering a new roof, you want to put your roof in the hands of Dave's Roofing. Dave's Roofing specializes in residential roofing and has over 10 years of experience. Dave's Roofing covers any job from a 60 to 80 mile radius of Sioux City and has a 10-man crew that completes most jobs in one day. Dave's Roofing will make sure the cleanup job is done right afterwards too. And the products installed are impact rated and eligible for homeowners insurance discounts. Look up Dave's Roofing on Facebook and check out the work that's been done and customer testimonials.
My name is Scott, and this is my story. I've always been into cars, so I enrolled in the automotive program at NCC. The instructors there are very supportive and knowledgeable. And now I own my own repair shop, and it all started at NCC.
My name is Gabby, and this is my story. I went to NCC for the Administrative Secretarial program. I currently work at Transnova Genetics as the HR generalist, and I enjoy what I do. This is all possible for my degree through NCC.
HMS Marching Band.
Sanborn Savings Bank, Sanborn's hometown bank since 1899. Because we are your hometown bank, we understand the importance of offering you a wide range of financial services to help you meet your financial goals. We have checking, savings, and certificate of deposit accounts that will help you manage your money. We offer all types of loans for your individual needs. We are always ready to work with you to design a program to meet your financial needs. Sanborn Savings Bank, proud to support the HMS Hawks, member FDIC.
Elgersma Agency in Sanborn, real estate and insurance. For 40 years, Elgersma Agency has been helping clients sell homes, businesses, farms, and more. Using strategic marketing, your for sale will turn into sale pending soon. Elgersma Agency is proud to be a part of the HMS community and supports the Hawks all season, on and off the field and court. Contact Elgersma Agency when you're ready to sell. Visit us online at elgersmaagency.com.
Welcome back here to HMS High School here in Hartley, Iowa. Here it's still halftime, and the score right now is Hartley-Melvin-Sanborn 22, Lawton-Bronson Eagles 8. And here for a little bit of halftime stats. Here in the first half, HMS had a total of 232 yards of total offense with number 5, Travis Camrat. He had 44 yards, 9 carries, and a TD. And then for number 11, Cooper Ebel, he had 1 passing touchdown and 1 running touchdown. The 1 passing touchdown came at a 64-yard pass, and then his running touchdown was a sweep to the left side for 40 yards there. And then for the defensive side, there in the second quarter, ended up getting a safety. And then right before the end of the half, Travis Camrat is able to shove it 2 yards up the middle for a TD. And for the for Lawton-Bronson, they had 16 total rushing yards in that first half. Passing, number 3, Connor Smith had 99 yards. He was 6 for 9 with 1 TD completion. That completion was to number 1, Matthew Peters, and that was a 14-yard TD. That was off a man-in-motion sweep to the left side, and then the 2-point conversion. That is all for that first half of stats, and that is all for the halftime stats here. Second half action coming your way here soon in roughly about 8 minutes here. Your Hawks lead 22-8 here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Got taken down. Says content not available. Let me try to stabilize it right now. For HMS, they have 232 yards
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for your HMS Marching Band for halftime entertainment.
matchup there.
You know, I said this. You know why?
You know why? That's why because we had people in Vegas telling you if it was raining on top of the city. So he would come on and say, so the bookies and everybody knew if it
As around our fifth time, we had a 7-0 score. Emmitsburg out front of Western Christian. That game heard tonight on 500.
They're looking live.
Just read me those numbers after change.
156, 211, 61.
Do lead Baylor Catholic at halftime 18-6, so it'll be very interesting to see how the district is going to line up for HMS. Go hold on to this lead. Spencer ties it up. Also, Minnesota we were area at Jackson County Central in Minnesota. Big Friday night football.
He's over there near 18.
Connor Smith, obviously, when he has protection.
Okay, so they kick off.
You're looking in live here at Peterson Field in Hartley, Iowa. Here as your HMS Hawks are taking on the visiting Lawton-Bronson Eagles here, getting ready to start second half action here at HMS. Leaving first half, the score was 22-8 as the offenses there on both sides finally started to come alive. A little bit more of HMS's more than Lawton-Bronson's there in the end, as the Eagles coming a little bit slow out of the half with the 8-22 deficit right now. They're going to be able to receive the kickoff here the second half, as HMS won the toss earlier in the game and elected to receive. And so now it'll be Lawton-Bronson now a chance to start out early and see what they can do. First quarter was pretty bleak with the 0-0 at the end of the first, and then finally second quarter came and both teams started to come alive. But right there at the beginning of the first quarter, HMS got the kickoff on the very first play, botched the pitch, and the Eagles fell on it on the 2-yard line. The HMS defense set a tone there early in the game, not allowing a positive yard in that offensive stand there, when the Eagles were literally right on the doorstep of HMS trying to draw first blood in for the night, but they couldn't get it done. And that's literally been the tone all night for this HMS defense, and they have been pretty rock solid, except for one drive, of course. Check in a little bit before we start off the second half. Ebel had one passing TD and one running TD. The running TD was for 40 yards, and the passing TD was for 64 yards over the middle. And then the defense was able to get a 2-point safety, and then Camrat pushed it up the middle for a 2-yard run right before the end of the first half. And for Lawton-Bronson, they have one TD here. They have 8 points, and that was courtesy to a Matthew Peters touchdown reception for a 14-yard TD, and then a 2-point conversion in the back of the end zone right to Peters once again. And that has been it all right now here for the scoring drive for both sides of the ball. Remember, folks, if HMS wins this game, they will host one playoff game to start out the playoffs here in Iowa. Same for Lawton-Bronson, as if they win, they will also be able to host here in that first week of playoff action. Here we are getting ready to kick off here. Number 12, DJ Doyle, back to kick. And now the bench for the HMS Hawks trying to get their stance up and at them. And they do, as Dahlhauser gets the reception and gets met right away. And that'll set a tone here for HMS and for this Eagles offense, as now they will take over here. 1st and 10 at the 31, as Dahlhauser and Smith try to help push this Eagles defense down the field. HMS here up by a couple of scores, really just trying to keep that distance between them and the Eagles right now. And now a flag immediately thrown on the field. And it looks like it'll be against the Eagles. And looking to get a call, I believe it'll be illegal formation on the Eagles.
5 yards. I think was he outside the 9-yard mark?
I'm still trying to figure out what the call is.
You gotta be inside that. Right, yeah. Illegal formation. Yeah.
Illegal formation.
And yes, it will be illegal formation on the Eagles, so now that'll push them back. It'll be now a 1st and 15 here to start out this drive. Ball's on the 27. There is now 1 on the left, 3 on the right. Smith gets the snap and sends it right up the middle to number 8, Braden Williams, and he's going to get met right away, as he maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, as it'll be 2nd and 15 now. Ball still on 27. Didn't lose any yards, but didn't gain any either there on that play. Now here, 2 out on the right, 1 on the left here. Smith now in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Gets the snap, drops back into the pocket, surveys the field, finds a man deep downfield. Got 1 man to beat, goes up with it. And no dice here is great. A great defensive outing there by number 2, Noah Adams there getting in the way, and that'll force it to a 3rd and long. It'll be about 3rd and 16 here with 11:08 here. Just the start of the 3rd quarter. If you've enjoyed this broadcast, there's many more like it here on Fuller Digital Solutions. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you haven't already, so you won't miss any more of your Hawks in action here.
15.
Smith now in the backfield, gets the snap, has a pocket, and can't get out of it as he gets wrapped up immediately by skip off and number 72, Gabe Bronstead, as that'll force a 3 and out here for the Eagles, and that is the Hawks' 5th sack of the evening. And that'll force a boot here from Dahlhauser and Eagles and company as they get it off. And it's a low kick. Dodd figuring out what he wants to do with it, picks it up and gets met immediately, tackled right at the 40-yard line. So now Ebel and company will set up shop here at their own 40-yard line for their first offensive possession here of the second half.
First and 10 for the Hawks, 10:22 on the clock in the 3rd quarter. HMS really starting to get improved.
First and 10 here for the Hawks as they take it on their own 41. Here's they're going to start to march down the field, create more separation between them and that Eagles defense that they have maybe put to sleep just a little bit. Ebel now sets up under center, sends the man in motion, sends him back. Ebel now keeps it for the quarterback keeper on the outside, puts on a move and barrels his way through as he gets about 7-8 on the play, and that'll make it to a 2nd and 3 there as the ball gets placed on the 48-yard line. .9:53 here in this 3rd quarter of action. It's a 22-8 ball game as Ebel and company now here under center. Sends him in motion, gives it to Camrat. Camrat now fights his way up the middle, trying to fight for first down yardage, and he's going to get it as a very powerful run there by number 5, Travis Camrat. The 6-foot sophomore getting work done up the middle, and he's going to move the sticks for the Hawks. That'll just move the sticks, and that'll move more positive yardage in favor of the HMS Hawks, as now they're trying to threaten and go downfield and score, as now they have broke into Eagle territory just at the 47. Ebel now sets up under center, sends the man in motion, keeps it in the pocket, looks for Dodd downfield. Dodd backpedals and had it for a moment, but knocked out by number 10. That's Adam Philippa, and that'll cause for a 2nd down. It was a good pass over the middle as Ebel was getting bum rushed there by a couple of Eagles linemen, and then Dodd had a good route, but just ended up meeting pretty good coverage over the middle and got knocked out of his hands here, and that'll cause for the 2nd and 10 here. 9-10 here remaining on the clock here in this 3rd quarter of action. Right now, Hawks have it. They're in the driver's seat as they lead 22-8 here, as now Ebel under center sends the man in motion, pitches it out to Dodd. Dodd has running room, has blockers on the outside half, outside the hashes, and powers through a couple of defensive players, and that's going to knock forward for a good 15-yard gain, and that's going to move the sticks for the Hawks. Another set of downs for HMS. And penalty marker on the field is now. That'll erase that beautiful run there on the outside by Connor Dodd, and it'll be a holding call on the HMS Hawks, and that is what you call drive killers now. That'll set the Hawks back to back at their own 45-yard line, so it pushes them back across midfield. So now it'll be 2nd and 17 here if the ball's on their own 45-yard line. Ebel now under center, surveys the defense. Small backfield here. Fakes the pitch, keeps it himself, and gets wrapped up as he's going to fall behind the line of scrimmage. And now it'll really be 3rd and forever as the Hawks try to set up for something to just push it back down the field. Coming off the field right there, number 3, Mason Brinkman. And coming out is DJ Doyle, giving out the play as they get ready to set up here for this 3rd down and 21 play. Balls on the 42-yard line. And now Ebel sets up under center, just trying to get the yards back, as now he rolls out of the pocket, stays with it, escapes a possible sack. Ebel's now on the edge and just bulldozers over a man, but there's a flag in the backfield, and it looks like it's going to be back on HMS, as it might be a hold, and we're going to wait to get the call. Flag was thrown just a little bit after the play, right into the backfield, roughly around the original line of scrimmage, as a couple players were there squirming around here on both sides. The referees come together to talk about it, and we're going to wait to get the call here from the head official. And he's going to wave off the flag, and it'll be a nice gain there for Ebel. But of course, it'll be short as he goes. It'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 10 here now, as HMS here with the 3 and out gets ready to kick it away. The 22-8 ball game here still, as back to boot it away for the Hawks will be number 12, DJ Doyle. Back to receive for the Eagles is number 4, Hayden Dahlhauser. Doyle with a good kick as he's going to send it long, and it's going to take a nice HMS bounce, and it's going to roll all the way to about the 6-yard line, and the Eagles are going to be pinned deep in their own territory.
Down near the 5-yard line.
And a very good kick there by DJ Doyle as he's going to pin them deep on their own 6. And now the Eagles not much breathing room as they got to get out of their own end zone once again to try to create some positive yardage and get down the field, as they're not in a great spot right here. They're down 22-8 here with 7:30 remaining in this 3rd quarter. They have some time, but I wouldn't give it a lot. 1st and 10 now. Ball set up on the 6. Got 7:29 here remaining in this 3rd quarter of action here in HMS. Smith in the backfield. Hands it off to Dahlhauser. Dahlhauser just trying to create some room, and he gets shut down right away. Ball, he gets tackled maybe right there on that 5-yard line, maybe a loss of a yard. Maybe got right back to the line of scrimmage, but nonetheless, not going to get any more positive yards. And skip off there with the tackle, as now it'll force a 2nd and 11.
10 yards to go.
Excuse me, 2nd and 10. Ball got right back to the original line of scrimmage. So now it'll be 2nd and 10 here with 7 minutes ticking off the clock here for HMS. 2 wideouts on the left, 2 on the right. Smith in the backfield in the shotgun formation. Stands right on his own goal line, backs up into his end zone, tries to get out of the way, and he's going to get wrapped up, and that'll be another safety here, as that is another safety for this HMS defense. And number 72, senior Gabe Bronsted's able to pull him down, and that's a big max sack right there in the end zone. And that's going to be another safety here for your HMS Hawks, and that's only going to drive the scoreboard up 24-8 here. And that'll be the 6th sack recorded by the Hawks here in this game. And HMS has found their line, and they're going to run on it for as long as they can. 6:42 here remain here in this 3rd quarter. And the Hawks are definitely feeling themselves as they're getting that crowd up and going with a 24-8 lead here right now as the Eagles got to find a way to answer to this HMS powerhouse right now.
Nice job!
So per rules, will kick it off from the 20.
Yeah.
Per rules, the Eagles will kick it off from the 20-yard line.
Eagles now here will kick it off at the 20-yard line, as back to receive for the Hawks will be none other than number 23, Connor Dodd, the 5'9 junior, back to receive here for the Hawks. Dahlhauser boots it away. It's a short squib kick, and it's going to get to at the 50-yard line, but it will be a penalty flag on the play as it's kicked out of bounds.
Hawks will take over the ball at the 50-yard line, first down.
Hartley-Melvin-Sanborn is off to a great start here in this second half, as they're just trying to run away with this game, and they're trying to run away with possibly a home playoff game here at HMS. The ball getting booted out. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, so the ball will get placed on the Eagles 45. So it'll already be in Eagles. It'll already be in Eagles territory here as the Hawks get ready to set up shop. And you know, it's just been a complete pleasure to watch this HMS offense with Cooper Ebel and guys like DJ Doyle and Connor Dodd and Keaton Graves just absolutely tearing up the turf out there on a beautiful Friday night, just doing what they love, putting points on the board for their high school. And I tell you, it's been fun to watch. Ebel now under center as he's at the 45. Gets the ball, hands it off, and he gets met right at the line as it'll be a 2nd and 10. Ball was given to number 5, Travis Camrat, and he'll go nowhere as now coming in, number 2, Noah Adams, getting the play from head coach Tyler Horkey. And now with a 2nd and 10 here, Ebel now under center sends skip off in motion, and penalty flag is going to be thrown, and it'll be a false start on the offense. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. That'll drive it back to a 2nd and 15. Ball will get placed at the 50-yard line.
5-yard penalty. 2nd down, 15 to go.
With 5:40 and change ticking off the clock, it'll be 2nd and 15 here. Ball is placed right at midfield, as now charging onto the field, number 3, Mason Brinkman here, bringing onto the play for the HMS offense, as they're just trying to get more positive yardage coming back down the field here. It's been a beautiful night in Hartley, and it's been even better football here to watch on Friday night lights here in Hartley, Iowa. Dodd goes in motion, pitches it out to Skip Off. Skip Off now finds his way up the middle, and he busts it up the middle, getting back to the original line of scrimmage and some more. It'll now be 3rd and 8 here as they're back into Eagles territory. Ball's roughly on the 43-yard line, as now it'll be a 3rd and 8 here for the Hawks. 4:45 is on the clock, and it's ticking down slowly here in Hartley, Iowa. Ebel now under center. Sends Skip Off in motion, sends it up to Camrat up the middle. Camrat fighting for more yards, diving for that first down, and it'll be right at the line. I don't know if they're going to give it to him. They're looking for it, and they're going to give him the yardage as head official charges forward. And they're going to award it to him, and that'll move the sticks for the Hawks. It'll be a new set of downs for HMS.
Thanks for helping out, Chris.
Camrat with a big run up the middle, running angrily as he just busts through and able to move the sticks here for the Hawks to create another set of downs here for HMS. Ebel now under center. And timeout here called by HMS. And we're going to cut to break as well. It's a 24-8 ball game here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
My name is Gabby, and this is my story. I went to NCC for the Administrative Secretarial Program. I currently work at Transnova Genetics as the HR generalist, and I enjoy what I do. This is all possible from my degree through NCC.
My name is Jairus, and this is my story. I went to NCC for instrumentation and control. Currently, I work at Interstates Control Systems and love what I do every day. I'm the lead project estimator for industrial control systems. I got this job at Interstates because of my degree from NCC.
I think that's what the head coach. I want to see the guy with the big hand that says it's a TV timeout.
The big yellow gloves?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That'd be a perfect job.
Yeah.
I'll go do that at Kinnick.
There you go.
It'll be fun.
Oh, I love that.
Here we are back now from timeout here at Peterson Field. You're looking in live here as your Hawks are taking on Lawton-Bronson Eagles here as Ebel sets up under center. Sends the man in motion. Returns him back now. Ball is snapped. Ebel's going to keep it himself. Has blockers. Got one man to beat. Now heads outside the hashes. He's going to charge forward. And he's going to get an extra probably 5 or 6 yards out of that one. And he got to the 5 there. And that's going to be first and goal for the Hawks. And I just love it when he does that. Just takes the ball and runs it. I love it when he does that. A lot of fun to watch. Great kid. Great kid.
First and goal on the 5-yard line.
Ebel doing it all. First and 5 now. Ball's on the 5-yard line. It'll be first and goal here to go. 3:41 here left in this third quarter. It's a 24-8 ball game. Hawks in the driver's seat, trying to send it into the third and fourth gears here. They're just trying to put the throttle right down on the Eagles. Now Ebel under center. Gives it to number 5, Camrat, and he's going to find his way into the end zone as that'll be another Hawks touchdown. That is Camrat's second rushing touchdown, first of the half and second of the night. And the Eagles on their heels now, not knowing what to do exactly. It's a 30-8 ball game, but HMS trying to go with the mid-range jump shot and trying to get 2 on the board here. Ebel, and some trickery as number 23, Connor Dodd with the reverse end around. And I tell you, folks, that was flashy. And for Iowa, that was dazzling. Another 2 on the board here. 32-8 here as Hartley's just running away with this one. We're going to cut to a quick break here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Fuller Digital Solutions started a little over 6 years ago doing Facebook Live videos for a couple ball games. And little did we know we'd have the 2020 pandemic and so many reasons for doing live streams on our new YouTube channel. We have 12 schools we cover: Mississippi, South Dakota, and Iowa. And we're always growing. If you're interested in working with FDS as camera operator or play-by-play for the many sports we cover, or if you would like to use our services to live stream your event, email us at fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com and subscribe to Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube.
And welcome back. You're looking at live here at Peterson Field here as the Hawks are just rolling right over Lawton-Bronson. And the Hawks are definitely starting to have fun with it. It's a 32-8 ball game here with 3:38 left in this third quarter. That's right, we still have another full quarter left to play here at HMS. And a nice squib kick by DJ Doyle, and ends up going off one of the Eagles there in the front, but able to fall on it, and the Eagles will actually have somewhat decent field spotting, and the ball's going to put at their own 45 here as Smith and Dahlhauser get ready to set up their campaign, trying to find an answer. The Hawks are on a 5-0 scoring run, and the Eagles are just scratching their heads. They got nothing to do. They can't figure it out right now.
32-8.
As now Smith in the backfield in shotgun formation. Gets the ball, rolls back into the pocket, has a man deep, wide open over the middle, and he's going to hit him no problem, and it's his so far favorite receiver of the night, number 1, Matthew Peters, and that's going to be roughly about a 20-25 yard gain, as that's going to easily move the sticks here for the Eagles as they're now down the field. It'll be a 1st and 10. Ball is on the 27-yard line comfortably into Hawks territory, as now Smith and company fighting a little bit more into their own area, trying to see what they can do here now. Smith now in the backfield, gets a low snap, and trying to get a bubble screen going, and just swarming him right away will be number 25, Keaton Graves. Just threw his hands up and batted that pass down, as can't get anything past this can't get anything past this Hawks defense, as it'll be 2nd and 10 here with 3:11 here remaining in the 3rd quarter of action. Keaton Graves with a great play there on defense. Let's see if he can do it again. Smith now getting ready for the 2nd and 10 in the shotgun formation now. Hands it off to number 15, Chayton Rowe, as now he's able to lunge forward for a couple, and that'll get a couple yards here, as it'll be a 3rd and 6 here. Ball's on the 24-yard line, clock ticking down. Maybe clock's definitely working against the Eagles right now, as they're trying to punch one in and still down by a bit. Trying to find an answer to a 5-0 scoring run here put on by HMS. Another screen here put on. Good spin move put on by Dahlhauser's got one man to beat. He's going to get into the end zone, and that was a nice spin move there right at the line, as a little bubble screen there was set up, and the Eagles are back on the board here. It's a 32-14 game, still awaiting the 2-point conversion attempt. That'll be a 27-yard reception for number 4, Hayden Dahlhauser, off the pass by number 3, Connor Smith. As now Smith now back. The Eagles now try to attempt a 2-point conversion. Smith now goes back, finds a man wide open in the middle of the field, but ends up dropping it. Intended for number 1, Matthew Peters, and they will not get the 2-point conversion. Eagles find a way to respond. They're on the board, as it's a 32-14 game. We're going to cut to a quick break here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
My name is Justin, and this is my story. I really wanted to learn the proper and safe way of welding, so the Advanced Welding Technologies degree from NCC really helped me learn new and improved ways to do welding. It's all because of my welding degree from NCC.
My name is Tyler, and this is my story. I've always been interested in computers. I went to NCC for computer programming, and while attending there, I had great instructors, great environment, and great atmosphere. Now I work at Interstates, all thanks to NCC.
Welcome back here to HMS Peterson Field here. You're looking in live here as the Hawks just running away with this one right now. 32-14. Eagles had a bit of an answer there to a 5-0 scoring run put on by HMS. And now getting ready to kick it off is Dahlhauser. And the Eagles back to receive is number 23, Connor Dodd. As now here we're getting ready to set up for another offensive possession here for the Hawks here late in this third quarter. Squib kick here by Dahlhauser, and receiving it is number 2, Noah Adams. And just fell right on top of that one as soon as it got to him. And it'll be 1st and 10 here at the Hawks. Looks like 35-yard line.
For the Eagles is coming down fast and hard. Let's shake. Let's thank. Wow.
Shake and bake.
Shook there. Let's thank State Farm Insurance Agent Scott Troutman and IGL Telecom sponsoring some of the
Hawks now set up campaign. 35-yard line here, 1st and 10. Ebel and company takes the snap, hands it off to Keaton Graves up the middle, and he's going to get an easy 10. And no, it looks like they're going to leave him short. I would give him like 9.7 yards on that carry, but it looks like they're going to be sticklers and not give him the first. So it'll be a 2nd and 1 here. Ball's on the 45.
It's going to be fun to watch the next couple of years. He hit that ball. He's cruising. He's got a quick year that he gets into. He'll pick up a good 9, like you said, on that carry.
That's another good thing about this Hawks team, Tim, is they're returning a lot of impact players. Both Ebel and Cameron sophomores, Dada Jr., the only offensive lineman.
And here, real quick, Hawks are going to take a timeout. That is their 2nd of the half here with 1:48 here remaining in this third quarter of action. We're going to cut the break here real quick on Fuller Digital Solutions.
What does EverTech mean to you?
It means internet made real easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, it means no limits.
Well, they are a lot more than just great internet. They have served rural Northwest Iowa internet customers for more than 30 years.
It means solid internet at a great price. And it's dependable too. With 24/7 tech support, we know we're always covered.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. Get EverTech's No Limits internet in 20 counties in Northwest Iowa.
Here we are, and welcome back here to Peterson Field here at HMS High School here in Hartley, Iowa. Here checking in on a beautiful night here as your Hawks are now taking it right to the Eagles 32-14. And remember, you are looking in live, so this is a live broadcast here on Fuller Digital Solutions. If you're watching, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can always watch Cooper Ebel get under center here, get ready to send this triple option offense into play. Ebel has it now, keys himself for the quarterback keeper, finds his way back up to the middle of the field, still on his feet, and has to get taken down from the back of his jersey by number 10, Adam Filppula. And that'll be a big run there, as that's going to move the sticks here. And Ebel doing it himself all again. That'll be a Hawks first down. Ebel now turning into one of my favorite players. Just takes that ball and runs it right up the middle. I love it when he does that. Gets more positive yards on the board for the Hawks. Ebel now under center. Sends the man in motion. Ebel now slowing things down. Gets the snap. Hands it off to Graves. Ball's loose. And the Eagles fall right on top of it, as a botched handoff is going to result in a Eagles are going to fall on it. So now let's see if the Eagles are going to find a way to capitalize on that turnover with 1:07 remaining here on the clock here in this third quarter of action. Handoff was supposed to go to number 5, Travis Camrat, but ended up losing it, and the Eagles fell on top of it, no problem. Smith now in the backfield, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, wideouts. Smells Camrat in motion, excuse me, not Camrat. And just a pass right over the middle to number 1, you guessed it, Matthew Peters. I had a little hiccup there. In motion on that last play was number 4, Hayden Dahlhauser. And on the only 2 scoring plays for the Bronson Eagles, Dahlhauser was in motion, and both touchdowns have gone to him. As now the ball went right over the middle, and that was an easy 15 for the Eagles, as it's another first down here. As Smith in the backfield now, once again, rolls back into the pocket, finds a man, looking for a man, escapes the pocket, now gets out, and is able to gain a couple yards there on the QB keeper and just takes a couple and runs out of bounds there. 36.9 seconds here remaining on the clock here in this third quarter of action. And on a couple yards there, it'll be roughly 2nd and 8. It'll be 2nd and 8 yards to go here for Smith and the Eagles, as now they get ready with 36.9 seconds. They're going to stack the line on the left with 3 on the left, 1 on the right. Possibly looking at a screen here. Smith gets the snap low, throws a bullet over the middle of Dahlhauser, and Dahlhauser's just going to take it, and he's going to get the easy 10, and that's going to move the sticks once again here for the Lawton-Bronson Eagles, as now it'll be another 1st down here. The Eagles trying to get something going here, possibly before the quarter ends. And they're going to start the clock here as it ticks down from 26 and going. Dahlhauser now checks down on the left side as has Rowe in the backfield with Smith. Gets the ball, rolls out of the pocket, still goes back for a nice pass, and he's able to hit his receiver. That's the 3rd pass in a row intended for number 22, Isaiah Ashley, as he's able to bring it in, and that is Ashley's first reception of the night.
End of the third quarter.
And that'll be the end of the third quarter here, as the Eagles threatening to score as they're moving down the field. Your Hawks lead right now 32-14. 12 minutes left here in the regular season for the HMS Hawks here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
My name is Andy, and this is my story. I grew up in a trucking family, which led me to the diesel technology program at NCC. My one-on-one training and experience with my instructors allowed me to advance my career. This was all made possible with experiences at NCC.
My name is Matt, and this is my story. I graduated from the heavy equipment program at NCC. With the real-world experience, preventative maintenance, and surveying skills I gained there, it set me up to be an owner of my own excavation company. And it all started at NCC.
Welcome back, everyone, here to action here at Peterson Field at HMS High School here in Hartley, Iowa. That third quarter definitely went in a different direction there as the Eagles were able to get back on the board, but so were the Hawks, as it results in both only one scoring play for both sides. Camrat with a 5-yard TD run, and then Dahlhauser with a 25-yard catch and run. And that is the 2 scores here in that third quarter, as now the Eagles had some good momentum there ending that third quarter, getting ready to crash into the HMS red zone as they're trying to turn the tide here and put up a fight here in the last 12 minutes of the regular Iowa high school football season, as getting ready to start up here with fourth quarter action. Now Smith in the backfield has 1 on the left, 2 on the right. Sends the man in motion. Smith gets the snap, keeps it himself, looking to run out, and gets met right away by Hawks defenders, courtesy of number 5, Travis Camrat, and number 25, Keaton Graves, there to wrap him up behind the line of scrimmage. And now it'll be 3rd and 6 here, as ball is placed on the 27, and the clock is running here in the fourth quarter, as the Eagles, it would probably help them if they can do something here on this drive to help them get back up into this game. But that's exactly why HMS plays defense, is to shut that opportunity down. Smith gets the ball, gets it, sends it right over the middle, finds a wide open man, and he's going to get tackled forward, and it looks like it'll be enough. And they're going to move the chains forward, as that'll be a first down here for the Eagles, as that third down conversion was good there by Smith and company. Smith now in the backfield has 3 out on the left, 1 on the right. Gets the snap, rolls back into the pocket, has a man right in the middle of the field, but ends up getting tipped and almost into the hands of Camrat, as it just falls short, and that'll be a 2nd and 10 here with 11:02 remaining on the clock here. Ball is placed on the 23-yard line. We are in the fourth quarter. Lawton-Bronson still has all 3 timeouts, but HMS only has 1 here. as they burned 2 of them there early in that third quarter. Lawton-Bronson still down a bit. They trail by 18 here at the beginning of the fourth quarter as Smith and company gets ready to knock on the door of the red zone. Smith gets the snap, flies a man right over the middle. Number 4, Hayden Dahlhauser with a nice slant over the middle, and that'll be a first down. And maybe looked a little bit shaken up on the play is a Hawk trying to get a number on him. Looks like that is number 23, Connor Dodd, as that is not what you want to see here in this fourth quarter action as he walks off the field here. And that was a injury timeout here taken by the officials, as maybe giving Connor Dodd a couple plays, see what's going on with him. Looks like nothing too serious as he was able to get up and walk off on his own power. No problem. And that'll start the clock here as it's a first down and goal here. Ball is placed on the 5-yard line. Smith gets it. Hands off to Rowe. Rowe fighting for yardage. Able to get 1 or 2 yards. It'll be a second and goal. It'll be about 2nd and 3 here now. It's 2nd and goal right to the 3-yard line. Smith now gets it, has a man open, and it's going to be number 4, Hayden Dahlhauser. And back into the end zone, the Eagles not out of this one yet as they're fighting their way back out of it. They're now only down by 12 here, but still awaiting the 2-point conversion attempt as they're trying to cut that deficit possibly to 10. But right now it sits down by 12.
I don't think they do it this time. Lawton-Bronson is really chipping to get. You gotta be wary of it. They put together some really nice looking drives here in the second half. Connor Smith already throwing for 3 passing touchdowns tonight. That's going to put him at 11 on the year. This one.
Smith now in the backfield, going for that 2-point conversion. Dahlhauser takes it, and he's going to get stuffed right up the middle, nowhere to go. And the 2-point try is going to be no good. And now the Hawks still have a pretty sizable lead, 12 points here over Lawton-Bronson as they get ready to kick it off here to the HMS Hawks. If you've enjoyed this live broadcast, make sure to subscribe to Fuller Digital Solutions, and while you're at it, make sure to hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on any more Hawks action for the rest of this year. It's been a very competitive night on both sides of the ball here. Right now, HMS still has that edge, but back-to-back scoring drives here for the Eagles. Maybe has the tides turning. Let's see how the Hawks can respond here with this offensive possession and see what they can do here as Dahlhauser gets ready to boot it away, and back to receive is number 23, Connor Dodd. .12 here remaining on the clock. Score is 32-20 HMS. Dahlhauser with a line drive kick, and it's going to scoot back to the 15, and with a great run is number 13, Dawson Skipoff, and looked like he was just trying to save it from getting picked up. He has a beautiful return, and that's going to take him right into Eagles territory right at the 49-yard line. And now the Hawks already back in motion as a great kickoff return there by the Hawks. Ball gets driven all the way to midfield. Great run by number 13, Dawson Skipoff. And now that'll only set up hopefully something positive here for the Hawks as they're still trying to find a way to come back from that scoring play here. Graves in the backfield, and Ebel goes under center. Ebel gets the ball, sends it to Graves. Graves has room up the middle, and he's going to need to get an easy 10. And that'll be first play, first down for the Hawks. 65 for the Eagles ended up getting roughed up a little bit on the play. He's going to call for a quick sub, as that is number 65, Blake Gant, the 5'9 junior on that D-line. He's in pain as he runs off the field there, and it'll be a 1st and 10 here. Ball's on the 37 here for the Hawks. Hand off to Graves once again. Graves has room on the outside, gets wrapped up and rips out of bounds by number 58, Zach Verzani. The 6'3 senior is able to pull him out of bounds, and he'll be just short of the first down markers. It'll roughly be a second and 2 here. Ball's placed on the 30-yard line. Second and 2 here now as Ebel sets up shop here at the 30-yard line. Keeps it himself, tries to get to the outside. Looks like he'll have enough for a first down, as the quarterback keeper just takes it over to the right side and dives forward, and they're going to give it to him, as it's going to be a first down for the Hawks. 9:23 here remaining in the fourth quarter, and HMS trying to drive it into the end zone, create more separation between them and the Lawton-Bronson Eagles. Right now the Hawks are flying just a bit higher than the Eagles here so far in this game, but it's not over yet. But Ebel and company try to push it in right here. Ebel's going to try to give it to number 25, Keaton Graves, and just got wrapped up immediately, as it'll be a loss in yards, as it'll roughly be 2nd and 13 maybe on that one.
2nd and 10.
Or as he just got right back to the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 2nd and 10 here. Ball's on the 26-yard line.
Keep that clock going and actually pick up a first
Yeah, I
down.
was confused when you actually had to.
Maybe you can take it for, have three downs before he gets the first down. You're doing okay.
Let's go, boys! Come on!
Lawton-Bronson now trying to come off a positive defensive play there. See what they can do here. Ebel under center. Sends the man in motion. And it'll be a false start on the offense, as that'll send the Hawks back about 5 yards there. As now it'll be 2nd and 15. Ball's on the 31.
One final, I got the Tears. Lake with a 42-0 victory. We're down in Midfield 7-0. Some other interesting scores in the area. I don't know if I'm going to get to them yet, but wait, go. Emmitsburg trailing 10-7 on the fourth.
2nd and 15 here. Ball's on the 32. Ebel with the quarterback keeper finds some room on the outside and is able to fall forward a bit, getting back to that original line of scrimmage, as now it'll be 3rd and 10.
One other game, good close game that's going on. Spencer and Sergeant Lawton Spencer with the lead now, 27-24 in that one.
The game there. It's like 3rd
about
and 8.
West Line and Central
By
West
7 of those yards back. I give a lot of credit. He's just been knowing what to
As now here getting ready for a 3rd and 8 here. Eagles now trying to force a big 3rd down right here, as the Hawks trying to get a big 3rd down conversion. Gives it to Graves on the outside. Graves looked like he had a room there for a minute and just absolutely gets slammed into the turf, as he's going to get met. And it looks like that'll be 4th down here. If anyone out there is interested in the postseason right now here for the MLB, Game 5 right now of the Yankees and Rays. Rays with that 1 seed, Yankees with the 5 seed. It is 1-1 in the top of the 8th here. And the winner of that game will move on to play Houston in the ALCS come next week. It is 4th and 6 here. A little bit of time. 4th and 6 here, and it looks like the Hawks are going to go for it here with 6:30 remaining on the clock. Ebel has it, gets it off to Graves. Graves lunges for it, but I don't think it's going to be enough. and he's going to be short, and that'll be a turnover on downs. One thing I got to chime in on real quick is I just got to give a big shout-out to our cameraman who's doing a great job tonight, and the camera work has been absolutely impeccable. And if it wasn't for him, I couldn't see the game. So give it to that man and his job. Turned over on downs here by HMS here as now the Eagles set up shop here. It'll be 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. Smith in the backfield gets the psych. Looks for a man downfield. Looks like he's going to hit Dahlhauser, which he does. Connecting with Dahlhauser once again. That'll move the sticks for an Eagles first down. 6:18 here remain on the clock. It's a 32-20 ball game. As now Eagles are setting up stuff right away. Smith now in the backfield gets that snap right away.
Come on, ref.
And
blow the whistle!
Penalty marker was thrown immediately. And looks like that play is going to come back. Still waiting for a call here by the head official. It'll be a false start here on the Lawton-Bronson Eagles, so that'll set them back another 5, and that'll be a 1st and 15 here on the 28. Starting up that clock here with 6 minutes now remain here. Lawton-Bronson back with a 1st and 15. Smith gets the ball. Gets flushed out of the pocket immediately and gets rid of it. And it's going to be picked off by Hawks. Number 20. And absolutely just hit hard and fumbles it. And Lawton-Bronson falls right back on top of it. And absolutely hit hard right there was number 23, Connor Dodd, as ended up losing the ball right off the pick. So I believe that is a change in possession, so it'll be a new set of downs. And they're going to sub Connor Dodd there for a second, trying to retighten those bearings, as he got hit hard there on that play. And with the Eagles now coming back up with it, it'll be 1st down and 10. Smith now in the backfield. Gets the ball. It's a reverse pitch, but they lose it. And HMS is going to fall right on top of it, as the Eagles tried to do a little bit of trickery, but Halloween isn't still for another couple weeks, and it'll be HMS ball.
You maintain.
They got some grease in that blue slip.
Smith now looking for the pass and ends up getting it to number 15, Chayton Rowe, and he just gets met right away back at the original line of scrimmage. As now 2nd and 16, clock ticks down, 4:45 here remaining on the clock, as Smith now in the backfield, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, gets it, rolls it out in the pocket, hits his man right away, and going to get it to number 22, Isaiah Ashley. That's his 2nd or 3rd reception here on the night, and I believe that's enough. No, it is not. It won't be enough for a 1st down, so it'll be 4th down, and looks like 5 or 6 here is possible. This is very big here for the Eagles if they can convert this 4th down opportunity, but it'll even be bigger for HMS as they can shut them down right here. Crowd's getting loud. It's 4th and 6 here now, as Smith now goes in the back, 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Comes back into the pocket, hits his man right away, but no, it's going to fall incomplete. Trying to hit Dahlhauser right away on the slant, but it's going to fall, and it'll be a turnover on downs, and the Hawks offense takes over.
Job by the HMS Hawks to shut things down here when they started to maybe start to worry a little bit that maybe Lawton-Bronson is going to keep marching. Hawks say, nah.
Another good defensive stop from HMS. Really become an interesting ball game here in the
Now shaken up, looked like a little bit on the play, was Hawks number 63, Kayla Jacobson. He's going to take a minute and sit out, as coming on in for him will be number 12, DJ Doyle, as now the Hawks with tremendous field position try to maybe shove it down the throats of Lawton-Bronson and try to get another scoring opportunity up here.
Beautiful job.
I really appreciate it.
Evil under center, keeps himself in the pocket, has a man downfield looking for him. He's going to hit right into the breadbasket. Number 13, Dawson Skipoff. It only took him one play, and that one play is all he needs. That's 6 on the board for the Hawks.
With that 6 points.
Passing play by Ebel right into the breadbasket of number 13, Dawson Skipoff. That's 6 on the board, and that'll just possibly ride this game into the sunset here for the Hawks.
To the receiver who caught it and basically walked in.
He got official yardage on that pass. Still a great play for Cooper Evil once again, just showing that he really can throw a nice ball down the field. It's now 38.
Now getting ready for the 2-point conversion. Ebel under center. He's going to keep it himself, pitch it out, and it's going to be a successful 2-point conversion for Connor Dodd and company, as the 2-point conversion is good there. And Hartley-Melvin-Sanborn 40, Lawton-Bronson Eagles 20, with 4:22 here remaining in this game. We're going to take a quick break here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
This changes everything. TiVo is here. Search and control your cable channels and streaming video with one remote. Use voice activation to find everything faster, or set a one-pass recording. Then watch on any TV in your home, or browse and view on Wi-Fi devices with the free View It app. Contact TCA to experience TiVo today.
It's only because of the delay. Yeah. That's funny.
Here back now, live here at Peterson Field, here at HMS High School here in Hartley, Iowa. Your HMS Hawks are taking on the Lawton-Bronson Eagles, and right now the Hawks are flying pretty high over the Eagles right now. And DJ Doyle with the boot, as it's a line drive right to Dahlhauser. Dahlhauser now picks his poison as he's trying to fight his way through, and he's going to get a decent return out of that one, as it's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Eagles. And if you're Lawton-Bronson, you got to kind of step on it because you're a little bit late to the party. And I'll tell you, if I was playing Madden right now, the game would already be over because we play that 20 rule. As soon as the other team gets up by 20, I just hand over the controller. But we're playing high school football. We're not playing Madden. So we're going to play it all the way through. Smith and company sets up shop at the 38-yard line here, 1st and 10. Stacked on the left side, one on the right here. Smith now gets the ball, sends it to a wide receiver, sends it about 5 yards, say about 5 feet over his head. And that was intended for number 1, Matthew Peters. And Peters is only 5'9", so he wasn't going to get to that ball regardless. But nonetheless, that'll be an incomplete pass, and it'll be 2nd and 10 here. Ball's on the 38. 4:11 now, tick down on the clock. And Smith was getting something off his cleat and absolutely just kicked his halfback right in the shin. Wasn't very nice of him. But 2 out on the left, 2 on the right. Gets the ball. Hits the wide receiver right away as he loses the ball. And a fall on it is number 5, Travis Camrat. And the woes just continue to fall here for the Eagles. And when it rains, it pours here. And the errors and the miscues are pouring here for Lawton-Bronson, as now HMS and the HMS Hawks offense will now take over. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Eagles' 46-yard line. And now, I'm pretty sure HMS is just going to charge down the field. Just try to bleed out this clock as best they can. Ebel now under center. Hands it off to Graves. Graves gets a good 6-7 on the play. And a late flag comes in right after the play concluded. And you're going to wait to get the call from the penalty, from the official here now. See what the penalty marker is all about. And a scary sight has ensued as the mascot just took off his head. I'm in shock. So is the rest of the crowd. And it'll be a face mask called on Lawton-Bronson, and that'll move the sticks. No problem, as that'll be a 1st down here for the HMS Hawks. With 4 minutes now remaining here on the clock, it's a 40-20 ball game. And the Hawks just trying to bleed out the clock here right now. But I don't think they'd be against possibly getting another scoring opportunity late here in this game.
HMS in the driver's seat. They still lead Lawton-Bronson 40-20. Last spot at 35.
Ebel now under center. Sends the man in motion. Hands it off to Camrat up the middle.
Second down.
And now 2nd and 7 here with clock slowly ticking down here with 3 minutes here remaining on the clock, as the Hawks, like I just said earlier, just trying to bleed this one out. It's a 40-20 ball game here right now, and the Hawks really turned it on there in that 2nd quarter and really haven't stopped. Ebel under center. Sends the man in motion. Gives it off to Graves. Graves still fighting for yards, and he's going to get 10. That'll move the sticks here. That'll be a 1st down for the Hawks. Bronson still has all 3 of their timeouts. Not too sure if they're even going to use them with such a large deficit, or they're just going to let them go. But with 2:35 ticking down on the clock, they don't look like they're too eager to, unless if they're waiting to get that ball back one more time and try to create something out of that. But you got to have time on the clock, and that's something that Lawton-Bronson does not have right now. 1st and 10 here, 2:15 now remaining on the clock, as now Ebel slows things down as he gets under center. Gives it to Graves. Graves now charges right back up the middle, and he's going to get another 10, maybe more, and they're going to push him forward. And that'll easily full for another 10, as that'll be 1st down for the Hawks. Very positive takeaways on both sides of the ball. Defense did a tremendous job tonight. First of all, early in the game, lost that ball, and the Eagles literally had it on the 2-yard line, and they could not punch it in. And also with a couple of big sacks and 2 safeties here tonight for the HMS defense. Very big on that. And then for the offensive side, Ebel and company just doing work like they usually do, able to drive it up on the scoreboard. Ebel now keeps it for himself, and he's going to dive in, and they're going to give it to him. Cooper Ebel with no mercy as he just runs it right in. with a $1:19 left on the clock. That gives the Hawks a 46-20 lead. And I think it's safe to say you can spit in the fire and call off the dogs. I think the Hawks are going to take this one, no problem. Now the Eagles with an injured player on the field, taking a timeout here. Officials timeout, tending to the injured player with a $1:19 here remaining on the clock. Start out this game, it was all defense there in the first quarter with no score there early, and then finally the offense decided to wake up with 2 touchdowns there by Cooper Ebel, 1 passing, 1 running. And then also Lawton-Bronson, they got on the scoreboard in the second quarter as well. And it's been back and forth here for both sides, but Hartley-Melvin-Sanborn was able to stay on top of it and really drive it home hard tonight. Still tending to that injured player. We're going to cut to a commercial here as he's still down on the ground. You're watching a Fuller Digital Solutions production.
Sanborn Savings Bank, Sanborn's hometown bank since 1899. Because we are your hometown bank, we understand the importance of offering you a wide range of financial services to help you meet your financial goals. We have checking, savings, and certificate of deposit accounts that will help you manage your money. We offer all types of loans for your individual needs. We are always ready to work with you to design a program to meet your financial needs. Sanborn Savings Bank, proud to support the HMS Hawks, member FDIC.
Elgersma Agency in Sanborn, real estate and insurance. For 40 years, Elgersma Agency has been helping clients sell homes, businesses, farms, and more. Using strategic marketing, your for sale will turn into sale pending soon. Elgersma Agency is proud to be a part of the HMS community and supports the Hawks all season, on and off the field and court. Contact Elgersma Agency when you're ready to sell. Visit us online at elgersmaagency.com.
Lake Morgan. Welcome back here from that extended break there for the injury timeout. Lawton-Bronson Eagle on the ground there was number 33, Blake Morgan, the 5'7" senior wide receiver / defensive back. Got shook up a bit there on the play and was down for a little bit and able to go off on his own power with a little bit of help from his head coach and trainer there on the Lawton-Bronson side. As now, feels like that was a little bit ago, but HMS scored, and now they're getting ready to go for the 2-point conversion here. Ebel now goes under center, trying to go for the 2-point conversion. Gets it, and maybe a little bit botched of a play. Maybe not, some wasn't where they were supposed to be, and they're going to fall short and won't be able to go. So right now it sits 46-20 here as HMS has it.
Shout out to the chain gang over there on the north side, fellas. Way to go. Chain gang, way to go.
Now here just looking to finish out the rest of this game with a $1:19 left on the clock. Your Hawks lead 46-20, and I'm going to say that's a pretty safe bet to say that'll most likely be our final score, unless if Lawton-Bronson makes a pretty decent return or just ends up charging down the field and putting some on the board, which I wouldn't be surprised if they do here late, just trying to put some more points up on the board for pride's sake. But I think it'll be pretty safe to say that the Hawks will come away with a win, and I don't know it exactly, but I'm pretty sure that means HMS will host a playoff football game here coming up in the next weeks. Big night for the defense as they recorded I believe, 6 sacks for the defense. And then, of course, my boy Cooper Ebel putting in work on the offensive side, with alone himself having 2 running TDs and a passing TD. No, excuse me. Roughly 6 TDs here for the offense for HMS, as DJ Doyle there with the fluttering kick. It's going to fall short, but the Eagles are going to pick it up, and ball will get placed at the Eagles' 40-yard line with a $1:14 here remaining in this game.
Well, they'd have to announce it.
No, they might announce that later. They might announce. Right.
Yeah, I don't know all the details.
Right.
But it's weird because they're talking about logistics.
And to chime real quick back in on that Game 5 of the ALDS, right now the Rays lead the Yankees 2-1 in the top of the 9th. So possibly the Yankees could be going down here in the elimination game against the number 1 seeded Rays. Don't know how many baseball fans are in listening right now, but just thought I'd give a little postseason update. Eagles with the snap ends up getting handed off to the outside. He's going to get out of bounds, I believe. Nope, he did not go out of bounds. So the clock will continue to run. Now just eclipsed 1 minute, and now the clock is ticking down here as Lawton-Bronson just taking their time getting up to the line, as they basically know this one's all over, and so does HMS. Game clock now down to 10 seconds. Need to get up to the line and at least call something, as now Smith and company in the backfield gets ready. Ball's hiked, handed off to number 8, Braden Williams, and he's just going to get wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. And it looks like they're not going to try another play, and that's going to end it here with the final score: HMS Hawks 46 and the Lawton-Bronson Eagles 20. Your Eagles lose, excuse me, your Hawks fly high and end up beating the Eagles here tonight 46-20. We're going to cut to a quick break and come back real quick at the end of this, but just cutting away for a short break here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Savings Bank of Hartley, proud to serve the Hartley area. Our team is committed to great customer service, dependability, going the extra mile. Convenient drive-through, online bill pay service, ATM service, loans, and so much more. Some of the many reasons to bank with the friendly team at Savings Bank of Hartley, with locations in Primgar and Lake Park. Visit us online at savingsbankia.com.
Welcome back here now, as activities just concluded here at Peterson Field here at HMS in Hartley, Iowa, as your Hartley Hawks just took the last regular season win of the year to Lawton-Bronson, and that'll conclude it here. Final score was 46-20, and that'll move Hartley-Melvin-Sanborn to 5-2 on the year. Cooper Ebel with another impressive night, with about 3 TDs here on the night, and Camrat also with a good showing for himself. And for Lawton-Bronson, that'll move them to 4-2 on the year, with their key players standing out. Dahlhauser, Hayden Dahlhauser with 2 TDs, both one in the third quarter and one in the fourth quarter. That'll wrap things up here in Hartley, as this has been a Fuller Digital Solutions production. And remember, folks, at the end of every day is night. Good night.